What's good, guys? It's Brand Buys and welcome back to another What Sold video. In this video, I'm going to show you every item I sold on eBay. Now, some of these items were thrifted, some were bought online, some were bought from retail stores, but I'll let you know where I got each one and how much I paid for it. So this is actually going to be 2 weeks worth of sales. I'm a little behind on these, so trying to get caught up. But you can see I did 148 sales over those 2 weeks for a little over $6,200. So let's go ahead and get into them. Now this first item is going to be a book. This is called Wind and Truth by Brandon Sanderson, signed book. I don't know much about books or anything, but this was called out in a reselling group of men, Bread and Butter. This was $40 online and it sold for $175, so really happy with that. If you want to know more about that group, just check out the first link in my description. It's been really helpful to me personally. Next item is going to be, so someone actually bought 6 of these. These are Nike padded sports bras. I bought a ton of these from Academy online. They had them clearance down to $5 and I've been selling them for $30 free shipping. And someone bought 6 of them, so really happy with that. And then another bundle order here. Someone bought 5 pairs of Nike track pants, also 1 sweatpants. Those were thrifted, obviously. If you're new here, I pay about $6 on average for my thrifted items. Someone bought 5 of them for $100. And before we get into the other high dollar ones, we're gonna go ahead and start from the bottom this time, work our way up. Some of these down here just returns and trash items that will not be helpful, but we'll start here with these beanies. So got a North Face beanie. This was from Tilly's online. I think it was like $7, sold for $21. Got Texas A&M Aggies beanie. This was online from Academy. Same, I think it was like $6, $7 and sold for $21. Thrifted Nike compression pants. This is an older item. I would get these if they're cheap enough, but yeah, I would look out for holes on them. A couple more of these beanies, same North Face one. This Florida one was also from the Academy sale. Again, sold for $21. Got some Nike, just multicolor socks. These were from Addict's Warehouse clearance recently. They had a bunch of them. I was thinking about getting a lot. I didn't know for sure, but I got a few to test and see how they did. Not a whole lot of profit on them. I think I paid like $7 and they sold for $14. Another one of those North Face beanies. We've got some Under Armour, match play pants. So these are their golf pants. They also have shorts like this, but they'll have this waistband right here. And those do all right. They just don't sell for a whole lot of money, but those sold for $17. Got a Gymshark tank top. This was also from a Bread and Butter call out. This was actually probably one of the best call outs in the group. It was a while back. There was a huge clearance on Gymshark. You could also stack coupons on it. So I got a bunch of things. They came out to like $2 to $3 a piece. Got these tank tops, got some joggers, some shorts. But yeah, that sold for $22, free shipping. Another beanie, Nike Penn State camo one. Can't remember exactly where I bought this from. It was online. It was like $8, sold for $24. We got an LSU Tigers beanie. This is also from that Academy online. This was, again, I said like $7 on that, sold for $22. Got a Harley Davidson, older thrifted item. This is just a t-shirt, but it was 2XL and in the performance polyester material, so I figured I'd give it a shot. It sold for $16. Another one of those North Face beanies. We've got some Adidas joggers, sold for $18. We've got an Oakley t-shirt. This is an older item I bought online. I didn't pay a lot for it. Can't remember how much I paid, maybe like $5 or something. But it sold for $22, free shipping. I got a bunch of those. They've been selling just slowly. Got a Grateful Dead. This is just like a basketball long sleeve t-shirt. This was online. I think it was from Hollister actually. It was a long time ago. It was an older item. Again, those have been selling just slowly. Didn't pay a lot for it, maybe like $7 or so, and sold for $23. Got some Under Armour joggers. These are women's. I'm usually not trying to pick up women's, but sometimes I'll accidentally grab them. But they still sold for $18. Got some Under Armour men's sweatpants, sold for $20. Got some Nike Elite dry fit shorts. These were from Dick's Warehouse clearance. They were like $5 each. I bought a ton of them, and those sold for $25, free shipping. Another thrifted item. This is, so yeah, you'll see a lot of these ones here at the bottom are older items just because they're the worst sales, kind of makes sense. But I got this kind of based off the look, and when I looked it up, it seemed to be doing okay, but really not a great item. The brand is J. Riggins, and the tag size was out, so not good there either, but it sold for 16. I got some Adidas windbreaker pants. It's funny, I was looking at these earlier. So these sold for 19, but surprisingly they sold for 19 because if you look here, there is a big old hole there in the crotch, which I'm not proud of. I didn't notice that obviously, or I would not have got those, but hey, they still sold for $19. Nike Georgia Bulldogs Polo. This one's actually cotton. I don't grab a whole lot of cotton one, or I'm not really grabbing the cotton ones at all. Maybe this was just really cheap, or who knows. But it sold for $19. Polo Ralph Lauren 2XL. Reason I got this one was the slim fit stretch Oxford. Usually when they have, a bunch of different names or style names going on with them, it's going to increase the sell-through rate on them just since they're more specific and people will be looking for those certain ones. That sold for $18. Some more Polo Ralph Lauren. These are shorts. It's got the pony all over it. Would have did better if it was, during when it was warm outside. But they sold for $20. Looks like they also had a few light stains as well. So Nike track pants sold for $20. Got a Carhartt shirt. This was thrifted, but it was new with tags. Had some company embroidery on the side right there. Sold for $20. Under Armour joggers sold for $19. Got some Nike Alabama Crimson Tide dry fit shorts, thrifted, sold for $20. Some Adidas women's track pants. Bought a bunch of these from Adidas's eBay store. They had them clearance down to like $10. And I sold that for $26.50 free shipping. FootJoy Dry Joys jackets. A lot of FootJoy outerwear stuff can do well, but this in particular is not a great item. I didn't pay a lot for it though, but this sold for $18. Nike Sanford Bulldogs pullover, just a small local team in my area, sold for $20. Got a GeekNet Star Wars Christmas sweater. This was clearanced on GameStop. This was like $8, $9, I believe, sold for $28. Got some vintage Alabama Crimson Tide joggers. This is just a Russell Athletic brand. Those sold for $20 or $21. Got some Calvin Klein boxers. These were bought online. They were called out in the reselling group. I can't remember exactly how much they were, but they sold for $30. Got Los Angeles Rams. It's like, I can't remember what, it's just NFL branded, but pretty cool. Got the lightning going all over it. Again, this was called out in the group. It's an older item. Can't remember exactly how much it was. I know it was under $10. It sold for it. All right, well, my janky. All right, I think we are back. So where was I? Nike track pants, $22. Got a vintage Auburn Tigers crew neck sweatshirt on a red oak tag. Not a great brand or anything, but it's had a small hole on the sleeve as well. Still sold for $21. Crocs classic flip-flops. These were cheap from Academy in-store clearance. I think I paid like $6 on these and sold for $23. Got a UAB Blazers. This is just a long sleeve button-up shirt in this performance material, Under Armour. Sold for $23. Nike sweatshirt. Reason I got this is because of the size 2XL and it was really cheap. Can't remember how much I paid, but sold for $20. Nike track pants sold for $19. Got some Under Armour sweatpants sold for $20. Got some more boxer briefs. These were like $12 called out in the group and sold for $30. Got Nike Alabama Crimson Tide. This is a lightweight hoodie. Sold for $24. Under Armour full zip fleece vest. These do well, at least in the bigger sizes, I know. This is size 2XL and it sold for $24. Got a Polo Ralph Lauren shirt. It's just a short sleeve polo shirt, but the reason I got it is because of this embroidery right here. So yeah, if you see anything, like any special embroidery like this on a Polo Ralph Lauren or really anything unique in the brand, I'd recommend looking it up. Sold for $30. Got some Duluth jeans. These are the Cool Max, there it is, Cool Max Ballroom Double Flex. So kind of hard to miss those. They also have some like flex khaki pants and whatnot, and those typically do well, but they don't sell for a whole lot. Sold for $22. Got some Browning Mossy Oak camo cargo, or these cargo? No, these are just camo pants. They sold for $24. Got a Buffalo Bills snapback hat. This was called out in the reselling group. This was $10 and it sold for $30. Got a Nike, this is a pullover like a baseball coach's thrifted, sold for $24. Got some Nike joggers that sold for $24. Some Nike windbreaker pants, a couple pairs here, one for $25, one for $26. Got some more Nike pants. These are Tulane Green Wave, player issued, so sold for $24. Some Nike Alabama Crimson Tide sweatpants sold for $25. I couldn't get that out. Peppa Pig Christmas inflatable. This was clearance from Walmart, 75% off, so it was $7.50, and that sold for $32. Got some Wrangler fleece lined camo cargo pants. These could have did better, but this is an old listing. I had trash measurements. I didn't even know how to measure inseam and stuff. I put the thing down the whole leg, as you can see. So yeah, not good at all, but those ended up finally selling for $32. Got a Patagonia beanie. This was from Dick's Warehouse in-store clearance. Can't remember exactly how much I paid. I think like $12 or so, and it sold for $26. Got some type of facial scrub, whatever this is, also called out in the group, sold for $26. Got some Levi's 505s. I got these because they are super big size, so they are 36 by 38. They ended up measuring 36 by 36, but still crazy inseam. Sold for $25. Got some Nike flip-flops. These are called the On Decks. These were from Kohl's in-store clearance. I think they were like $9 to $10, and they sold for $28. Polo Ralph Lauren shirt. This was called the Adams. I think it had a decent sell-through rate when I looked it up. I can't remember for sure. I don't pick up in the Adams shirt a whole lot, but that sold for $26. Another one of those Geeknet Christmas sweaters. Same thing there. Got some camo combat trousers. So this one's by Proper. This is woodland camo. Sell-through rate's pretty decent on the woodland camo, but it doesn't sell for a whole lot usually. Those sold for $23. Some BKE Tyler jeans. Those sold for $22. They usually sell for more. These must have, yeah, they had some distressing and yeah, a little mark there. So $22 there. Vintage Nike Florida State. So pullover, fleece pullover. Kind of like mock neck too. Sold for $26. Another one of those Christmas sweaters. Nike windbreaker pants sold for $26. Woolrich Brawny flannel. This was from Burlington. I think this was like $12 to $15, and it sold for $33. Nike Alabama Crimson Tide quarter zip sweatshirt sold for $24.50. Under Armour Project Rock joggers sold for $27. Project Rock Under Armour stuff usually does well. We'll have that bull logo, so make sure to look that up at least. Jordan Florida Gators sweatpants sold for $27. Wrangler Retro jeans sold for $25. Those usually always do well. Try to get to that logo. Yep, right there. Another one of those Woolrich flannels. Got some more Nike windbreaker pants sold for $28. We've got some Smoke Rise jeans. Not a great brand and not a great item I grabbed probably, but I just got them because of these patches on the side. You know, they're kind of a slimmer fit, so that's not really what's in style right now, but I gave it a chance and they sold for $27. More Nike windbreaker pants for $30. Got some vintage Abercrombie & Fitch Y2K windbreaker pants that sold for $30. So yeah, this is a good Y2K brand, so certain stuff can do well, like more substantial items, you know, windbreaker pants or jackets or hoodies. I'd look up certain stuff. Got some Polo Ralph Lauren corduroy pants that sold for $30. I'm usually grabbing most of the Polo Ralph Lauren corduroy pants if they're a decent price. These were vintage, made in USA, so that probably helped them sell better. Some Crocs flip-flops. These are called the Yukons. These were also from Academy in-store clearance event. I think they were $10 and they sold for $30. Got a vintage Georgia Tech windbreaker pullover. This was thrifted, sold for $30. More Nike joggers. These sold for $30. Now, what's special about these is they have the double swoosh. They've also got the swoosh going down the whole leg, but these were weird. So yeah, that's pretty much how they laid. They would not lay flat. I don't know if it was something with the elastic on the waist, or not the waist, but going down the leg. But yeah, I mentioned it in the description, and yeah, they still sold. $30. Polo Ralph Lauren short sleeve polo shirt. This one's got flamingos all over it, and it's also size 3XLT, so good there. Sold for $33.50. More Nike windbreaker pants, sold for $30. So on my, usually on all the Nike windbreaker pants now, I'm listing them for about $30. But especially on these lined vintage ones, yeah, I'm always usually getting around $30 for them. Got some Polo Sport Ralph Lauren track pants. These were thrifted and they sold for $28. Pretty good sell-through rate on these Polo Sport track pants. Some more Polo Ralph Lauren. This is like a Hawaiian shirt. It's got these tiger on it, palm trees going all over it. Pretty cool shirt, but unfortunately, let's see, let me find a picture. It was missing 2 bottom buttons, so yeah, I didn't do great at showing it, but yeah, this item sold a while back for more and ended up getting returned, I think for the fit. But I sold it again for $38 this time. Got a couple of Disney Mickey and Minnie Christmas shower curtains. Bought these a while back from Home Goods. I'm not really shopping there anymore, but can't remember exactly how much they were. They sold for $38. Got some Chicago White Sox, Nike sweatpants, joggers, sold for $30. Some BKE jeans. These are the Alex. So a bunch of different models of those, but they usually always sell for around $30 or so. Got some more jeans. These are called Imperial Junkie. Not a great brand or anything, but the embroidery on the back stood out to me, and they're also selvage. So if you look inside right there and you see that line, it means they're selvage. So made better quality and, less likely to fall apart on you. Those sold for $29.50. Got a vintage bomber jacket. This brand is Red Cap, made in USA. The bombers I know at least had a good sell-through rate in this brand, and that sold for $30. Auburn Tigers vintage, another one of those windbreaker pullovers. This one was also lined, so I listed it for a little bit more, but sold for $32. Got an Aeropostale. I thought this would do better, but when I went and checked comps, they were not great. So this is kind of like a barn style chore jacket. So yeah, it's got the flannel lining, Sherpa collar, but only got 27 bucks out of it. Got some newer tags, Nike Alabama Crimson Tide shorts. These were from Burlington. They were $15 and those sold for $42 free shipping. Got some Reef Santa Ana flip-flops. These were from Academy in-store. I think they were like $9 and they sold for $33. Nike Tennessee Titans full zip jacket, thrifted, sold for $30. Nike hat, this was bought from Dick's Warehouse in store. I think this was like $6 or $7. Somebody bought 2 of them for $32. More of those Santa Ana flip-flops, same thing. Hey Dude Wendy's, these were also from Academy in store. Can't remember exactly how much these were, but they were pretty cheap, like 10 to 15, I'm sure, and they sold for $33. Got a Carhartt seat cover. Mentioned this in a previous video, but this was from Advanced Auto Parts. Got a bunch of these, had to go to in-store pickup to grab them at a bunch of different stores, but came out to around $10 each, sold for $37.50. We got some Mizuno. I'm not grabbing a whole lot of shoes, but these had a pretty good sell-through rate when I looked them up. They still took a while to sell. I can't remember if I got these at the bins or not when I went to the bins a while back, but those sold for $34. Another one of those Carhartt seat covers. That one sold for $35.60. Looks like that was probably a 5% offer with Auto Posture. Got some Milwaukee Bucks Crocs. These were also called out in the group. I think they were about $15 or so and sold for $45. Free shipping. Got some. So let me guys know. No. Let me know, guys, how you pronounce this in the comments. I mean, I guess it'd be kind of hard to tell me how you pronounce it, but anyways, sold some of these jeans for $38. Got some Crocs Yukon clogs. These were called out in the group. They were 20 bucks online and they sold for 40. Some vintage LL Bean. This is a canvas, long sleeve button shirts, flannel lined. That sold for $38. Good sell-through rate on these, so yeah, make sure to grab those if you see them. Reef fanning flip-flops. These always do well if you can get them at a good price. These were from Academy and store clearance. I think they were like 12 bucks, sold for 40. More of those Crocs Yukons, more of those reef fanning flip-flops. Again, sold to a 5% offer with auto posture on those for 38. More of those Crocs Yukons. Got a vintage redhead. It's like kind of like a bomber jacket, yep. Vintage, what camo is this? Realtree camo, made in USA. It's always going to be good, typically, you know, especially if it's in a substantial item. That sold for $40. Got some diesel jeans. Diesel jeans usually always do well. They'll have this here on the pocket you can see, or let's see if we got another. Yeah, there's a back patch. But those sold for $41. Got some Under Armour slides. These were from Dick's Warehouse in-store clearance. They had these down super cheap. I think they were like $3 maybe. And someone bought two for 40 bucks total. AT&T sweater. When I went to the bins a long time ago, I grabbed a bunch of this AT&T like employee stuff that someone must have donated. Not great, but it's still been selling slowly. I just got a few pieces left. That sold for 20 bucks, free shipping. Got some Crocs Alabama clogs. Also called out in the group. These were like 20 bucks and they sold for 55. Got some more diesel jeans. These are black, different model as well, but those sold for 42. Got a Patagonia Better sweater, just the quarter zip, sold for $45. Mountain Hardware, good brand to be on the lookout for in their, substantial pieces like jackets and other type of outerwear. This even had some flaws. Let's see. So it had a little hole in that sleeve there and then a larger one on this one. But it still sold for $44. So another thing that, oops, did not mean to click there. Another thing that helped this item stand out and sell quicker, I'm sure, is I went inside to the style tag. So you can look up under here, and can't remember exactly which number it was, but looked up one of those numbers and it told me that this was the hooded compressor jacket. So, added all that in the title and sold for 44 bucks. Got some Hey Dude Wallies. These were 20 bucks, called out in the group, sold for 45. Got a Polo Ralph Lauren bi-swing jacket. This is it's gonna have that chin strap there. It's gonna be lined. These have a good sell-through rate, always do well for me. It sold for $45. Got some Levi's camo jeans, sold for $23. FootJoy, another FootJoy jacket. This one's better, a lot better. So this is FootJoy Dry Joys, but it is also the Tour XP model. So it's an upgraded line in FootJoys, and it sold for $48. Got some New Balances. Can't remember exactly where these were from. I think they were from Kohl's in store, but I know they were $25 and they sold for $50. Got a Santa Cruz Pokemon hoodie. This was like $16 from Tilly's online and it sold for $50. Had 3 of those, just sold my last one. Probably should have bought more. Got an Izod Lacoste cardigan sweater. So this was vintage. Other ones that were listed like this were saying 80s in the title, so that's what I went for. But yeah, Izod Lacoste and sweaters you'll want to look up or probably grab if they're cheap enough. That one sold for 50 bucks. Got another chore coat. This one's Orvis. This is quilt lined. Really good on Orvis chore coats. Also got that corduroy collar that sold for $50. Polo Ralph Lauren sweatshirt. So this is a size 3XB, which is good, but even better, it's got this big crest logo there, embroidery around the side, but it's also had a little stain, but it sold for $55. Got some Nike shoes. They're called the Revolution 6s. These were bought online. They were called out in the group. I think they were like 20 bucks and they sold for 70 free shipping. Another thrifted item. This is a vintage Abercrombie & Fitch. So again, Y2K brand. This sold for $55. So pretty good there. You know, a lot of these were selling for less, but you know, I thought the style was good. Brown's in. And yeah, just list it high and let it fly. We've got some Nike Ja Morants. These were from a recent Dick's warehouse clearance. They were like 28 bucks and they sold for 60. Another thrifted item. These are some South Pole shorts. So if you don't know, obviously South Pole's in style right now. The baggy Y2K. These denim shorts sold for 30 bucks. We've got some On Clouds. This style is called the Cloud Nova. So I think those do better. But these were just my wife's shoes that she was getting rid of. So yeah, those sold for 65. I've got a vest. Now this is a good brand to be on the lookout for. So Scotty vest. Yeah, it's just a vest, but it's still sold for 70 bucks. So really good there. Yeah, I got a bunch of different pockets and stuff, but yeah, good brand to look out for. Some Jordan windbreaker pants. These are new. I've mentioned this in previous videos, but I called these out in the reselling group I'm in. They were like 26 bucks online and those sold for 80. More of these Carhartt seat covers. Somebody bought 2 of those for 75. And then we are back to where we started. So that's going to be it for today. Thank you so much if you stuck around. Like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, but I'll see you on the next one. Peace.